This is the Apple Watch Series 3, but should you still buy it in 2021? The Apple Watch Series 3 was released back in September 2017. Despite its age, Apple continues to support it through all the latest software updates and is currently sold on their website as the entry-level Apple Watch. I'm Dion Schuddeboom. If you're thinking of buying an Apple Watch Series 3, this is the video for you, where I'll cover everything you need to know. From my perspective as a long-time Apple product user, but also a first-time Apple Watch buyer, I'll take you through the unboxing, followed with my review of its standout features, and a look at how I use the watch day to day. By the end of which, I will answer that crucial question of whether it's still worth buying in 2021. So without further ado, let's get started with the unboxing. The Apple Watch Series 3 is packaged very nicely, clean and minimalistic as we've come to expect from Apple. Today, you can buy the Series 3 in 2 colors and 2 sizes. I opted to go for the 38mm space gray version. I chose the smaller 38mm version as my wrists are on the small to medium side and I felt the smaller watch face would fit me best. In my opinion, it is also important for the watch not to look like a computer or a gadget on my wrist. Instead, I wanted it to fit proportionately and not draw too much attention. Not to mention, the 38mm version is also more affordable compared to the larger 42mm version, but we'll go into the price analysis later in the video. The space gray color is more understated and will pair best with most outfits, from more casual to formal wear, which is why I decided to go with this colorway. But if you get a chance, I really encourage you to go to an Apple store, try on the different sizes and the different colors so you can decide what suits you best. Even though this model is over 3 years old, the design and build quality remains fantastic. The watch looks high-tech but still classy at the same time. The aluminum and glass watch face has some heft for its size, giving it a solid feel on the wrist. The glass seamlessly curves into the aluminum sides that house the digital crown and side button, and also the mic and speaker unit. On the back, you'll find all of its many sensors, including the heart rate monitor. Overall, the Apple Watch design really hasn't changed much over the years, so for that reason, the Series 3 still looks modern even today. You could call it timeless. Now for the display. The Series 3 comes with an OLED Retina display that looks amazing. Yes, the SE and Series 6 have larger always-on displays with smaller bezels, but on its own, I have no complaints of the screen. It is surprisingly easy to navigate despite its small size, and text is readable. The screen also gets very bright, even in direct sunlight, and vice versa, the display also gets very dim, making it great when checking the time at night. Thankfully, Apple have kept the watch band mechanism the same over the years, and what that means is you'll have a very large selection of not only first but also third-party bands to choose from. It is super to see this degree of customization, letting you make the watch your own, even allowing you to, for example, pair your watch band with the color of your outfit. Now, since buying the watch 6 weeks ago, I've been using the standard silicone band that it came with, and I found the material to be soft and comfortable to wear all day, even with exercising. I definitely look forward to adding more to my collection of bands, but rest assured the band that comes with the watch is a great place to start. In terms of battery, the watch charges with the included magnetic puck that snaps into place and will take around 2.5 hours to charge. I found the battery life to range widely. Apple advertises 18 hours of use. For me, depending on how I use it, I get anywhere from 10 all the way up to 50 hours of use. With the setup I use now, I get a full day and night of use, and charge it each morning when waking up with around 35% remaining. How you set up your watch will of course depend on what features and settings you use and value most. Now let's take a look at the feature set. Now while the newer SE and Series 6 definitely come with features that the Series 3 does not, this does not mean that the Series 3 doesn't come with many features of its own. This includes an OLED Retina display, heart rate monitor with low, high, and irregular heart rate notifications, water resistance up to 50 meters, sleep tracking, and emergency calling services, just to name a few. This really is an incredibly robust feature set, especially for the price. Now on to how I use the watch day to day and my experience with watchOS 7 so far. Much like my iPhone X running the latest version of iOS, the Apple Watch Series 3 runs iOS 7 with ease. While I'm sure the newer models will run certain tasks faster, for normal day-to-day use, the Series 3 feels snappy and generally keeps up well. Only occasionally is there a very slight stutter in animations, but this really is rare. To navigate the watch, I use both the touchscreen as well as the digital crown, depending on what is most convenient. Being left-handed, I actually wear the watch on my right wrist, and what I've done is I flipped the watch around to make it easier to access the digital crown, placing it on the lower left side of the display. Overall, I was really pleasantly surprised by how easy it is to navigate such a small device. Raising my wrist to wake the screen works perfectly. This is especially important because unlike the Series 6, the Series 3 does not have an always-on display. So far, I've never had the watch not wake when I wanted to. It very quickly senses when you want to see the screen. At times, it can be a bit sensitive, sometimes waking the screen a bit too much, but I'd rather have it wake the screen a little too often than too little. The Series 3 comes with a wide range of watch faces that can be added and customized from the watch app on your phone. I think Apple chose wisely to integrate much of the setup process of the watch on your phone, making it easier and just quicker to access settings as well as changing layouts of your home screen, for example. Receiving notifications on my watch is key, but I was very careful to only allow notifications I wanted to come in. In my case, I only chose notifications that were urgent or ones that would require an immediate response. Lowering the number of notifications you have coming in will also, of course, save battery. Personally, I always have my watch on silent and feel the notifications come in through the excellent haptic feedback. How this feels is kind of hard to describe, but actually feels like a slight tap on the wrist every time a notification comes in. I found this to actually be far more pleasant and less intrusive than a loud ding sound coming from my phone. A feature I really enjoy is the activity rings. As a very objective-oriented person, I really find it satisfying to complete those rings every day. Essentially, what this is 3 rings, one for stand, exercise, and move. These will gradually fill up throughout the day, ensuring I get at least moderate levels of exercise each day. Additionally, the heart rate features, even as someone who is healthy, is always good to have in check. By no means the best digital assistant, but I find Siri to still be capable of your day-to-day tasks. Having Siri on my wrist is incredibly useful. Apple Pay is self-explanatory, but is so useful to have on the wrist, making it very easy to use public transportation or pay for things. Maps is also great. Getting turn-by-turn directions on the wrist is more convenient and easy to check while on the go. The occasional reminder to stand, take a few deep breaths, or even just move a bit more to complete the daily exercise goal is very motivating. Don't get me wrong, there are times of course where I ignore these notifications, but that said, the majority of the time I will find myself taking the extra moment to stand, breathe, or move a little bit more to complete that exercise goal. It is small things like this that for me really make the Apple Watch great. This is actually one of the reasons why I wanted to buy the watch in the first place. Now, there are so many more features that I could cover. Unfortunately, I just do not have time for them in this video. But this gives you a brief overview of the features that I use most day to day with my Series 3. Now, why did I choose the Series 3 and not the SE or Series 6? The answer to this is simple. As a first-time Apple Watch buyer, I knew that the watch was not a necessity, such as a laptop or smartphone. While I had definite interest in the watch, I wasn't sure I would actually end up using it daily until I had a chance to have one on my wrist. And for that reason, I decided to go with the entry-level Series 3, knowing that the Series 3 still has 80% of the features of the newer models and comes in at a significantly lower price. Not to mention, I actually bought this watch at a discount price of only $155 US, making it over $100 less than the Series 3 and less than half the cost of the Series 6. So now for the ultimate question, should you buy the Series 3 in 2021? In my opinion, yes. If you are a first-time Apple Watch buyer who does not specifically need the extra features found in the SE or the Series 6 and are okay with the fact that watchOS 7 will likely be the last major software update for the Series 3. Therefore, I expect the usable lifespan of the watch to be no more than around 2 years. But I do suggest you look for an offer like I did, or even consider buying used, as the official price on Apple's website of $200 places it just too close to the $270 Watch SE. That said, if you are looking for a more long-term investment, then I do suggest getting the SE. Not only does it have a larger display with thinner bezels and support for cellular, it should last at least 4 more years in terms of software support. All in all, I'm really glad I bought the Series 3. For $155, this compelling price really allowed me to experience the Apple Watch. Most importantly, the Series 3 offers the core features that make the Apple Watch so great. So far, I have to say I'm hooked and will likely see myself upgrading in the future to the new SE or possibly the Series 7 or 8. So hopefully that helped you out with your buying decision. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below and like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching.